Can you find your target customers? Where are they? Do you even know where to look? The journey to find your target customers is not easy, but it's simple. In this video, we define what a target customer is and where you should look to find your target customers. What is a target customer? A target customer is a customer that is ideal for your business. Target customers are receptive to your offers. They value your offer. They don't request for refunds because they actually use your product or service. When the general public ignores your ads or social media posts, target customers pay attention. Target customers engage. Target customers stop by to buy. Target customers are best friends to your business. There are many customers to be had, but you should aim for target customers. But in order to aim, you must first identify the target. When it comes to identifying your target customer, think of yourself as a sculptor. A sculptor starts with a block of wood, a block of ice, a block of metal, a block of something. In the beginning, it's not clear what the end result will be, but the sculptor starts chipping away at the block. Over time, the block becomes a sculpture, a person, a target customer. This is literally what happens to every business. When you first start out, you have no real idea who your target customers are. You have to make an educated guess. You start out aiming for people who you think will do business with you. Over time, you chip away at the data and discover people who actually do business with you. You will develop the ideal target customer over time, and so if you don't have it figured out right now, it's okay. No one ever does. As long as you understand not to attempt to do business with anybody and everybody, you will be okay. So how do we make an educated guess? Wait, before you make an educated guess, keep in mind that in business, who you make your offer to is more important than the offer itself because value is in the eye of the beholder. That's what we discussed in my last video, A Great Value Proposition Sells Itself. You should watch that video next if you haven't already. In that video, we used a value proposition canvas to design the perfect pair of cowboy boots. We're going to use those same pair of boots to make an educated guess on which target customer is likely to buy them. Let's get to it. Step 1. Go to trends.google.com. Type in cowboy boots, hit search, scroll down to interest by subregion. Click on the highest ranked result. In this case, it is the state of Montana. Scroll down to interest by metro. Take note of the highest ranked result. In this case, it is the city of Great Falls in Montana. The reason we started with Google Trends is because Trends will give us geographic location of where the most search inquiries for our keyword takes place. Based on our result, as of this recording, more people in Great Falls, Montana are searching for cowboy boots than anywhere else in the United States. That is subject to change every day. Step 2. Go to citydata.com. Scroll down to quick navigation and click on the state of Montana. Now find Great Falls and click. Citydata.com gives us statistical data of any city in the United States. It's free public information and I use it all the time. We're going to use the information found on citydata.com to build a demographic profile. There are over 59,000 residents in Great Falls, 28,000 of them are male. The median age of residents is 40 years old. The average income is $47,000 a year. 50% of the population is married. 84% of the population is Caucasian. 12.8% of the males can be found operating in the construction industry. It is the most common industry for males. 84% of the population own a car. Instead of targeting the entire city of Great Falls, Montana, we need to segment the demographic. Think of a pizza pie. No one eats a whole pizza pie in one bite. It's cut up in 8 slices or more, and we eat 1 slice at a time, maybe 2. A pizza pie is too big to eat all at once and in one bite. We use this analogy to frame our thinking. We do not want to target everyone in Great Falls all at once. We segment by slicing the demographic data like a pizza pie. We will then focus and target 1 slice of the segmented demographic to see if they are actually our target demographic, if they're the ones who are actually searching for cowboy boots. If they do not engage, we move on to the next slice for validation. In this specific example, the boots we have for sale are for men, and so we will segment the male demographic and target them. Here is our initial target. Caucasian males between the ages of 38 and 42 who are married, own a car, work in construction, and earn between $45,000 to $55,000 a year. Approximately 1,500 males fit within this exact demographic in Great Falls, Montana, mainly because of targeting the construction industry. We started with 59,000 residents and now zeroed in to just 1,500. Now that is targeting. Always keep in mind that the first target customer you aim for is an assumption. You do not know for certain if they will actually buy what you're offering. It is the time to test to see if you are right or wrong. Google and Facebook advertising are great platforms to reach your exact demographic. We can run many different types of ads on those platforms. A survey ad, for example, fill out this 5-minute survey for 30% discount on these cowboy boots. Or a direct ad to buy the boots. Ads like these can cost less than $100. Very affordable. Be as creative as you can or as you need to be in this area. The main objective here is to run advertisements to see if our assumed target customer engages with our ads. Suppose the initial demographic we target does not engage, we will then aim for a different segment within the demographic pie. We will exhaust our pie until there is no one else to target and then go back to Google Trends and exhaust every region until we validate a target demographic. Once a sufficient number of males we target buy or engage, our assumption becomes validated for a demographic. We now can speak definitively on who our target customer is and move on to focus on growth. Have you ever witnessed a business go viral? Sure you have. One day, you know nothing about a new startup company, and the next day, you realize half the world has already known about this new company, and you're just now finding out about it. But you haven't been living under a rock. How does this happen? In the past, witnessing new startups go viral motivated and inspired me. These rapid success companies would ramp up my optimism and make me think, soon as I launch my business, I'll take off like a rocket.
Sayonara, Earthlings, I'm moving to Mars!
But once I launched, pessimism became the gravity that pulled me back down to the real world. I was not using the proper fuel. Optimism is not the proper fuel, but word of mouth is. When people talk about your business, it grows. The more people talk about your business, the more it grows. The longer people talk about your business, the bigger it grows. That's the power of word of mouth. Word of mouth is the fuel of growth, but word of mouth does not travel in open air. Word of mouth travels in communities. If you walked into a crowded room and shouted, "Hey, look at me," you will have everyone's attention immediately. And afterwards, they will whisper rumors about you amongst each other. If the same people in the room were scattered around the world and you visited each person one by one and shouted, "Hey, look at me," they'll all still think you're a moron, but word won't travel as far or as fast about you. The point that I'm trying to make is 1, don't be a moron, and 2, word of mouth does not travel in open air. It travels within a large gathering of like-minded people. Word of mouth travels in communities. A church is a community. Fans of sports teams form community. Social media influencers form community. Reddit is a large community of communities. If you want viral, explosive word-of-mouth growth about your business, look for your target demographic within communities. In the story, how a broke old man becomes an overnight millionaire, this old man bootmaker becomes an overnight millionaire because the fans of this country singer descended upon his boot shop and bought out all of his boots. People who are fans of a musician's music form community around that musician. They're called fans, but it doesn't matter what they're called, they're just a community. Word of mouth travels fastest within community, especially if key influential members of that community recommend your business. Like the country singer, he is the leader of his community. So to put this all together, when you first identify your target demographic, the easiest information you can collect is the demographic data. But the psychographic information is what you really need. What is psychographic information? Psychographic information contains things like a person's mood, their behavior, their hobbies, their beliefs, their habits, and the communities that they belong to. Just because some people share the same demographic characteristics does not mean they share the same psychographic characteristics or interests. People form communities around shared interests and shared beliefs. Shared psychographic information. If you find your target demographic and they're scattered apart psychographically, it will do you little good. But if you find a large concentration of your target demographic within a community, your business will experience explosive growth through word of mouth. When I didn't know any better, I used to wonder, why does Red Bull sponsor air races? These things are glorified air shows. but I was always amazed as I watched pilots do outrageous aerial maneuvers, and when I would look into the crowd, I see large audiences in attendance. Wait, doesn't Red Bull give you wings? Why does Nike sponsor NBA players? Why did Facebook start out for only college kids? And why did TikTok go viral amongst teeny boppers? Community. Word of mouth travels through community. Step 1, identify and validate your target demographic. Step 2, find them in communities they belong to. You don't have to hire celebrities. You can focus on social media influencers, small social media influencers who can fit within your budget, who have an audience. And if you cannot find influencers, become an influencer and build your own community. Everything we discussed in this video, you can apply to your business today. You can go to trends.google.com and start typing in keywords that are relevant to your business that customers are searching for. Then locate the geographical location where they're searching for the most. Use citydata.com to uncover demographic information, and then run tests to validate the demographic. And finally, uncover psychographic information about your specific demographic to find them in communities so that you can effectively leverage word of mouth. I believe that choice shapeshifts destiny. The choices that you make determine the circumstances that you experience. I hope that the information that you found in this video is extremely helpful to you and that it influences your future choices for the better. My name is Jeff Gemini, Gemini with a J. You're watching Gemini Studio, and I have one request for you.